Everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my 5 best and worst Amazon purchases. Before we jump into this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, stick around for more fashion and styling videos here on my channel where I hope you can build a wardrobe that you love. So when picking out all of these items, I went through my entire 2019 and into 2020 purchases from Amazon, and I really narrowed down the items that I use pretty much every single day, or that I really get a lot of use out of if I don't use them daily. And then my worst purchases were things that I just do not use at all, or that I ended up returning. I left out a lot of clothing items, so I think it would be fun to do an entire video on my best and worst Amazon clothing purchases. So if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. So to start it off, this laptop case has probably been used a total of 1 to 2 times, and I've had it for over a year. It's so bulky and takes up a lot of space in our house, and it's really not functional unless you have a wireless keyboard to connect your laptop to. If you are someone who works on your laptop all the time and you want to elevate it to prevent neck pain or things like that, then this would probably work for you, but you do need a separate keyboard because it is just not practical to type with it floating in the air. So I just find myself not using this at all, and for the price, it was $40. For one, I think that's overpriced for this type of item anyway, but especially considering I never use it, this is definitely one of my worst Amazon purchases. One of my best purchases, I definitely use this every single week. It is this ring cleaner, and you don't realize how dirty your jewelry gets because you're so used to wearing it, especially if you have a wedding ring or just jewelry that you wear day to day. You just kind of get used to that overall look of it, but when you stick it in this jewelry cleaner and pull it out, you kind of realize then how dirty your stuff was. So I love to throw my ring in here every week, especially because lotion and who knows what gets stuck in there, and I just love knowing that it's nice and clean and sparkly. So this is definitely one of my best Amazon purchases. And a quick note on that jewelry cleaner, I would definitely stick to metals when putting things in there. Not sure I would use it with costume jewelry or anything like that, but I clean my Uriman bracelets and rings in there, although I don't clean the one that has a pearl in it. I definitely leave that one out because I read not to clean any sort of pearl earrings or things like that in those types of cleaners. So just be careful with that. So I am not even going to pretend that today is the same day. It's the next day, but I wanted to refilm this little section because I didn't like it when I edited it. When I went to edit it, I wasn't a fan of the audio and the lighting, so I'm just refilming this section. So my next worst Amazon purchase, I obviously don't have this one to share with you guys, but it is a couple bathing suits that I ordered last year that were clearly worn. There was self-tanner all inside the bathing suits. There were various hairs in the little sticker thing. Just be careful when you order things like that on Amazon. Always give them a look through and then give them a good wash before you wear them. But yeah, that one had to be a worst purchase because I was very grossed out by it, and it just kind of made me a little more hesitant to order bathing suits in the future. And I don't think it had anything to do with a particular seller because I ordered a couple from the same seller, and like I said, only 2 were like that. But I think in general, when it comes to bathing suits, just be extra careful, give them a good look over, and make sure to wash them. So one of my best Amazon purchases is this pair of leggings. I can't show you guys because they are currently in the washing machine. Just been living in leggings lately, but this pair of leggings is pretty much my go-to. They are so comfortable. They're very, very comparable to my Lululemon Align leggings. These are my favorite to wear around the house just because they aren't super compressive, which I personally find more comfortable just to lounge in. When it comes to working out, I do prefer a little bit more support or compressive feeling, so I wouldn't necessarily wear these to work out in unless it was for Pure Barre or something like that where it's a little more low impact. But for day to day, these are by far my most worn leggings, and they're super affordable on Amazon. If you want to see how these leggings look on, I did feature them in my loungewear video that I posted recently, so check that video out if you want to see how they fit and overall look on my frame. Another one of my worst Amazon purchases is this travel steamer. Now, I also don't have this one because I ended up giving it to my mom. She did not have a steamer, and I just did not love the steamer for whatever reason. I bought it specifically for traveling, and this thing was heavier than my normal handheld steamer. So I would have been much better off taking my normal Conair steamer with me to travel. This one was just so much heavier, and because it folded, I was just worried that it was going to leak, especially with traveling. So I ended up giving it to my mom just because she had no steamer and I missed the return window on it. So I'm glad that she's getting her use out of it, but I much prefer this steamer. I also recently bought this heavy duty steamer, and I wouldn't say everyone needs this type of steamer. It is expensive, but if you are steaming your clothes often, it's definitely well worth it just because you don't have to refill the water tank as much. So if you're someone like me, like if you do blogging or you wear a lot of clothes and have a lot of steaming to do, then maybe you want to upgrade to the pink steamer. But I think this Conair steamer, for the most part, is going to do a really good job. My next best purchase is this tiny little external hard drive. I cannot tell you how much this has pretty much changed my life. Even if you don't do YouTube or videos all the time, I feel like these are so good to have on hand. So it transfers files very quickly, and my computer is always full. I have so many photos and video files. So ever since I got this, it has been so much better off because I no longer have to like clean out my computer completely. I pretty much put everything that I create on this thing, and then I end up backing it up to another one as well. But this is so travel friendly and not super bulky like most other external hard drives, that if you are on the market for one, I definitely recommend this one. My next worst Amazon purchase are these Windex electronic wipes, and these were such a bummer because I definitely need something like this. So if you guys have something better to recommend, definitely let me know down in the comments. My laptop, for whatever reason, just the design of it, transfers my fingerprints from the keyboard onto the screen no matter what. Like even if they're super clean, the next time I go to use my laptop and close it, I can just see stuff all over my screen. Unfortunately, these just do not work. It says on the package it's streak free. That is not the case. They are lying, because once you're done, I see all of these wipes all over my screen. It's almost worse than when it was before I cleaned them. So I ended up buying like a bulk pack of these. So I have like 3 of these. I've only used them twice because I think they leave your screen looking worse. So definitely one of my worst Amazon purchases. Definitely one of my best purchases are these little donut bars. Now I'm almost hesitant to even mention them in a video because when I mentioned them last April in my Amazon favorites video, I think a ton of you guys bought them because they were sold out for months. And I was so sad. And I had you guys messaging me like, do I know anything about when they're going to be restocking these? Because you guys were obsessed as I was. And I like went crazy because I'm so used to eating one of these all the time when I'm at work or things like that. These are by far the best tasting protein bar that I ever had. And I ended up ordering 4 boxes before I made this video so that I had a good back stock because I cannot be without these. These are gluten, soy, and dairy free. If you do have some sort of dietary restriction, these may be a good option for you. I first found these out because my boss was eating them and she's gluten free and is very sensitive to different foods. By far the best flavor is the donut flavor. I've tried other flavors and they just didn't compare. So these are probably my #1 Amazon favorite purchase. So my last worst purchase on Amazon is this little collapsible water bottle. So Tim and I both bought these when we traveled to Europe last year, and they definitely worked really great for travel just because they are collapsible, but I have not used it since because I just don't trust the ridges in here. Even with like a sponge to clean it out, I just don't like that I can't see up under all of the ridges. So I just can't bring myself to using it anymore because I worry that there's like mildew or something in there. Plus I just love my Yeti and Corksicle. I use those every single day, so unless I'm traveling I don't really have a need for it, but I would probably recommend something else for travel so you can really make sure to clean it well. So my last best purchase from Amazon, I mentioned these in my last Amazon video, but these sheets for $30. They're so soft and comfortable. And considering I use them almost every single night, this is actually a second batch of these just so I can always have one on our bed. But considering how often I use them, I definitely had to include it in this video just because I get so much use out of them every day. These have like 70,000 or something ridiculous 5-star reviews. Like so many people rave about these sheets. They're so affordable, especially for king sheets. One thing I do want to mention about the sheets, they do say online that they are 100% polyester, and Tim and I both learned the hard way what polyester sheets can do. When we first got married, we bought these sheets and did not, you know the difference, but I think they had maybe 70% polyester. We both were just waking up like drenched in sweat and had no idea why. And finally, I think I mentioned it on Instagram or something, and they were like, "Are your sheets polyester?" And I was like, dang, they definitely were. So I was scared to try these, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's a microfiber material or what, but we both do not sweat with those. So love those and find them the most comfortable out of all of our different white linens that we have. So those are my 5 best and worst Amazon purchases, but I would love to know what y'all's is. So definitely let me know down in the comments your favorite Amazon purchase, along with things that did not work out for you. That way we all kind of have a heads up on those. But if you want to see part 2 to this, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for more Amazon favorites, I recently did an Amazon essentials video where I shared some of these items, but a ton more that I use all the time. So definitely check that video out next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.